Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm the head brewer at Zerodegrees in Reading. Today we're brewing a second batch of Pilsner to one of our 2,000-liter tanks. So we have a 3-vessel system. We start with pre-milled malt and basically just heat up our water, get it to the appropriate starting temperature in our mash kettle, and then we will get our agitator stirring and place the malt into the mash kettle. We do a 3 temperature step mashing process. So the first one we do is essentially to break down a component called beta-glucan. Beta-glucan is kind of what you find in like your oatmeal or like your porridge. It's really sticky, really gummy, and it can create haze in your final product. We don't filter our beers here, so it's really important that we start the clarification process of our beer right here, right at the beginning. And then we'll gradually do 2 other additional temperature rests. Purposes of those are to break down the starches and to create a fermentable wort. And then from there, we will transfer it over to the lauter tun. And the purpose of the lauter tun is to essentially separate this nice, sweet, sugary liquid that called wort from the grains. And then within that process, in order to be efficient, what you tend to do is sparge. And what that is you rinse the grains after you've pulled off the initial first runnings, as it's called. So right now Simon's lautering, so what he's doing is he's transferring wort from this vessel here back to this vessel. So in this boil kettle is when you will boil the wort and add hops. What hops do is they add bitterness to the beer, give the beer some balance, and so depending on the beer, you'll add hops at various times. So after boiling, you will then transfer to the whirlpool, and it's essentially kind of like stirring tea leaves in your cup. So you stir it up and the tea leaves will all kind of settle in the middle, and then we'll draw off the side to get nice clean wort. Also, we tend to do some hop additions in the whirlpool so that you get your hops in there like right at the very end, and a lot of that aroma character will stay in the wort and in the final beer rather than being boiled off. In this case we're making Pilsner, so it's lager, which is fermented cold. So we're looking to cool the wort down to about 9 or 10 degrees. So we got 6 fermenters here. 4 of them are 1,000 liters, 10 hectoliters, and the other 2 are 2,000 liters, 20 hectoliters. And typically you will add oxygen and then yeast directly to the fermenter so that the nice sugary wort that you spent all day creating can now be fermented by the yeast and make the final beer.